And we are live. Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the September 16, 2023 installment of the Focus Up Show. We thank you for tuning in with us live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube and various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. And we ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. I am Mr. Nice Guy, nice as in the word saint spelled backwards. And my co-host today, a Walk, host of Sex Talk with Walk on Thursdays at 9 p.m. We got the infamous El Poo and brother Mr. Floyd X. What's going on with you fellas?
Chilling. How you doing this morning, brother?
Chilling. Got the barbecue going in the background, so I'm watching on the app. Apologize if I'm slightly distracted.
Hey, cool. I'm wearing my LA Lakers hat here in old Sacramento because, out here in the North, I like representing the Lakers. When we come across a Lakers fan, they be like, oh, it's nice to see a Lakers fan out here. We stand strong with each other out here in the North. You go to any Golden State game, no, I know it's not basketball season right now, but when you go to the Golden State game, they got a gang of Lakers fans. Shout out to the Lakers.
The Laker brand is worldwide. Right.
Shout out to the Lakers and shout out to the 49ers, the mighty 49ers.
49ers going to do their shit this year, I think. I think they're gonna tear some shit up this year. That's what I'm thinking.
What up, everybody? Yo, I'm here. What's good? I'm chilling. I got my headphones on. I was having a little technical difficulties earlier, but I'm here. And I want to give a shout out to my cousin, Sharon Ray. I love you, girl. She's been so instrumental in my life right now. Just really been holding a brother down. Just, I appreciate you and salute, girl. You are the greatest.
All right. Cool.
Let's go.
All right, let's get to the get. What's in the news? First up.
In the news. We talking about Easy E Street first?
Yeah, let's talk about that. So they're in the process. I don't think it's been officially done yet, but Lorenzo was speaking on it in the Compton Console.
Lorenzo.
And
Alonzo.
Oh, Alonzo or Lorenzo? What's the name?
Alonzo.
All right.
Lorenzo is a totally different person.
Lorenzo is Ren. MC Ren is Lorenzo.
I know.
We're talking about the guy that ran the world class wrecking crew. Is that the one that we're talking about?
He called himself the Godfather of West Coast hip hop.
Yep. Right. And you know what NWA stand for?
Not without Alonzo.
That's right. Not without Alonzo.
That's for niggas with attitude. That's what y'all talking about.
Not without Alonzo, boy.
Yeah.
NWA would have been heard of without Alonzo.
So salute to that legend when that does play out. Be very interested to see what's going on with that and where it is and whether it's safe for all the tourists to want to go there and take pictures. So
they already got a tour that goes there. I was looking at a Hollywood tour that goes to Compton.
He said,
I'm talking about Easy Street though. It depends what they put it. I saw a video where they're talking about O Block and people was taking pictures by the Muriel, and the security dude was like, "Yeah, don't do that. Don't go through there." So that's how it is.
But I think they made a mistake because they call it Easy Street. It should have been called Easy E Street.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not going to even acknowledge that lame ass street until I see it. I don't believe it. I don't even think we should be talking about it because that sounds lame as hell. If we up here even debating how lame that shit sound, what you think his son and his family and people, you think they going nuts? Easy Street? That sound lame as fuck.
It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You got to say the whole thing. So
that's
what I'm saying.
No, it's like living on Easy Street, so it's relevant. It's relevant.
hey, it's still a big up to a legend in the game. So,
but real quick, just want to acknowledge that Lonzo Williams, he's the president of the Compton Entertainment Chambers of Commerce, and he's the one that's been petitioning the city council for the last 9 months to get this done. So shout out to the brother that's doing this due diligence, keeping Eazy-E name alive, and taking the time to make sure we pay respect to our legends, because it's always somebody that's doing the footwork to make something happen. Just like whoever did the footwork for Martin Luther King Day, for those who want to celebrate Martin Luther King Day, thank those who paved the way and made it happen.
Like the great Stevie Wonder.
What'd he do?
That song, man, that was a big song.
The Happy Birthday?
That was dedicated for Martin Luther King. But he was a big advocate for, the King Day, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Martin Luther King Day. Yes.
All right. So moving forward, Mr. Nice Guy. Or...
Yep, we're moving on to the next topic. So we're probably going from the good news of Eazy-E to the bad news of what's going on in Morocco. So now we're up to nearly 3,000 dead behind this earthquake. I mean, that's just crazy.
Man, I got these pictures, but I didn't label them. I think that's the Morocco earthquake. I think. I don't know. I got pictures from the earthquake, pictures from the flood. I should have labeled them. My bad. Here go the earthquake. That's from the earthquake.
Earthquake.
Earthquake. My bad. Earthquake.
Hey, what it's all about is just the infrastructure. Some old cities from back in hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and they didn't change nothing. That's why so many casualties. Come on.
Well, you got to understand. Morocco is in Africa, so it goes back thousands of years. Let's get that straight now, brother.
Not those buildings that's built, bro. That's that 1,000-year-old building that crumbled. These are like 120-year-old buildings.
Hey, you look at them; they look like they was 1,000 years old.
Right? Yeah.
So, and then you go from that disaster to what's happened over there in Libya. I mean, they had a flood situation going on, and you're talking about it's almost like 12,000 people dead, about 10,000 people missing, and Floyd talked about on the BBC. They're talking about that number might be 18,000 to 20,000. I mean, that's like Armageddon type stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, this is the flood. I got some before and after pictures. You can see how the water just taking over or flooding through. They said like 2 dams broke or something, and the infrastructure is bad over there also because they got warring factions who are fighting for the government, fighting to take control of the government, thanks to the U.S. government who went back there with, thank you, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton for going over there, killing the great leader, Muammar Gaddafi, who was a well-respected leader who kept that country, or at least Libya, straight and was organized and decent, and there was no such thing as homelessness under his reign, but they went over there and killed him, and now it's a war-torn country, just the way they want all the countries in Africa to be, fighting amongst each other so they can't unite, because if the whole continent of Africa united, it'll be a whole different story.
And all it cost, that whole great Gaddafi reign was just him being able to go through the elementary school and pick out a few kids for himself. But yeah, let's go on to the next topic.
No. Ain't letting that shit ride.
There's more to it.
The hell you talking about? Pick out.
He got rid of the dollar as the standard too.
Right.
So that's another thing. So it's an economical thing to it too. But
His money was backed by gold.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't.
And nice guy. That's the first time I ever heard this. Yeah. And I don't seen countless.
Wait, we had a whole big debate.
Wait, hold on, bro.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I done seen countless documentaries on Gaddafi. I ain't never heard nothing about molesting kids or picking no kids and stuff like that. Right? Never ever. First time hearing that. We can rerun the shows from back in the day. You ain't mentioned that ever. I ain't heard that.
I'm talking about me, you, and Floyd. We had an extensive Gaddafi debate. You remember that first debate that we had? I brought up that documentary. Now, I'm not saying it's true. I was telling you before. I said, look, this is what these people are saying. Now, I understand if you're saying that, look, that's just propaganda. Maybe
I never heard it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Don't jump on the propagpropaganda train and help spread that.
Well, I saw the video. I saw people. I see whatever.
BS.
So I mean, I'm not gonna say it's BS. I'm not gonna say it's BS.
I mean, Floyd, have you heard this allegation he just
never
said just
ever?
Now?
I hear first.
See, Mr. Nice Guy, this is two people who you said you had an extensive debate with about Gaddafi.
Do you
I
remember
never heard ever
wait,
about
do you
any
remember the debate
children.
we had? Do you remember the
about
debate
any children?
I'm saying, do you remember that we had a debate?
We talked about it, yeah.
Yeah, we had it. I'm literally, that was the whole argument. That was the only thing I brought up. That was literally the only thing I talked about. But we don't want to go too far and deep on this. But I'm just talking about.
So this is me and Floyd X. We both don't remember.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Selective.
I believe half of what I see and none of what I hear. Okay, so let's go ahead and move.
Yeah. Shout out to Mo.
It's a Gaddafi. Rest in peace, Gaddafi.
Word. Rest in peace.
And on to the next topic. News.
The great leader. No.
Danilo Cavalcante. You got info on that?
Yeah, so this is this brother that I guess he killed somebody in Brazil, and he somehow escaped over to here, and ultimately he ended up in jail, but you know, this dude turned into Spider-Man and got out of it, and basically has been hunted for the last, you know, whatever.
It was 14 days. He was 14 days escape. They called it the crab walk, where he walked up the wall like the Spider-Man thing, got the hell up out of there. The tower watchman was fired because he wasn't on his job. And then they took 14 days. He went to somebody's garage and stole a 22 gun and was on the run, had ammunition and everything. Fortunately, it didn't turn into a shootout between the cops and him, or maybe unfortunately, depends on what angle you look at it from. But they recaptured him. He's back in jail, and I'm sure they're not going to let that happen again.
We'll see.
Yeah, I have nothing on this. I mean, I'm just hearing that he was from Brazil. Like, why we talk about this? Wait, but no, let's move on.
It was big news, you know, because I mean, it was a threat. I mean, there's people concerned about it, but suffice it to say, the dude's been recaptured.
Could you imagine that you at home and you know that there's a desperate runaway killer in your neighborhood, and police is on the lookout, and let's say you're one of the families who don't have a gun. You sitting there like, God damn, what if I'm just walking out to my car in the morning to go to work and he just lurking, you know? That's some nerve-wracking shit. Yeah, that's news.
It was.
Yeah. That's news to me.
It is news. I didn't say
throw him a sandwich. Hey, feed him. Help him out.
Throw him a sandwich. Okay.
So is that all in the news?
Yeah, I think we good.
So let's jump into our first topic. So our first topic, we're going to talk about this Tyrese envy. You want to set that table walk? You had a.
Yeah. Well, what it is Tyrese was recently on the Breakfast Club show, promoting his new. Oh, and that new song is good. It's called "Damn Love and." Fuck, I already forgot, man. I'm off my pivot right now. You threw me off with that moment. But basically, he went on to clear up. He made peace with the Breakfast Club after like 4 or 5 years. He hasn't been on there. They've been dogging him, talking about him. He's been going through a divorce of his own, still going through it. That he's been the butt of the jokes. He helped DJ Envy out when DJ Envy was going through his divorce. Not a divorce, but he got caught cheating with Erica Mena. Yeah, that's who he cheated with. Erica Mena, and he was about to get left by his wife, and she was going to take everything because he doesn't have a prenuptial agreement. And Tyrese found that out through his wife. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of craziness. But here's the thing. I think it's real crazy that even DJ Envy allowed his wife to have such a close relationship with Tyrese. It's going to go bad. That's like if a chick is friends with me. No, listen. Let's go. Go ahead.
Nah, to me, you brought up the best point. I think that when I watched that interview, I saw that Tyrese seemed like he was genuinely coming from a spiritually great place, and it was all salute worthy. But that prolonged contact, I was just begging for it. I mean, you know, so it was asking for that situation. I mean, I wouldn't even feel comfortable having those type of prolonged texts and stuff with somebody else's wife. But you know, it kind of went to a dark place because then he seemed like he's just trying to bring truth, and he's saying that, look, I apologize. I know I was on those medications, and I did whatever I did. You know, I asked that you forgive if I violated, but he also said, look, I really laid out to help you. And then when I was going through it, you guys didn't reciprocate. And I can kind of understand that. I mean, that, that's the type of situation. You do all this stuff to help somebody else. You don't do it for that help, but, it'd be nice if someone were to pay that back to you. But,
But he did catch Envy in a lie. Envy said that he blocked him. They had no communication with Tyrese since 2017 or 18. And Tyrese pulled up the receipts of clearly back and forth messages with him and his wife. Mainly her though. But you said we ain't talked, you blocked me. So I believe Tyrese. Plus he's a dark-skinned, good-looking brother like myself.
So you believe him about the fact that he actually talked to him, but you still feel like he violated for having all those prolonged conversations?
No, I don't feel Tyrese violated because a puppy will lick you in the mouth if you let it. The DJ Envy allowed that. And you talking about you was in the bed next to me? I'm slapping phones out. I'm like, who is bro? That's enough of that. I'd have been put an end to it. He should have put an end to it, but he didn't. DJ Envy really making light-skinned niggas look real bad. He playing into all the stereotypes of a light-skinned cat. Weak as hell, letting your chick do this and then simping.
So Tyrese don't got no liability for dirty macking?
I don't think he dirty macked him.
I don't
think he dirty macked.
Yeah, what's the proof that Envy didn't show no proof that he dirty macked? She said,
I'm just talking about having that prolonged contact.
The wife said he said something inappropriate, but I don't want to say what he said. And she pussyfooting around. You know what I'm saying? If somebody say something, tell us so we could see if we agree that it's inappropriate or not. Don't pussyfoot and just throw it out there, a vague ass description of some shit. They throwing dirt all over this man's name, making him look like shit, like he's some sneaky ass nigga sitting here trying to get with DJ Envy wife. Why he want that? He got all these beautiful women after him. He's a star. Why he gonna chase after DJ Envy wife? Get out of here, man. Come on.
Dude, if you had a problem with this man, you should have brought it to that man, not on air, way before he even came on the show, when it happened. See, the problem is he let this man talk to his wife. First thing he probably said to his wife was, you get up there and start singing to this woman and everything, man, she might fall for it. Then he's sending her pictures of his new Rolls Royce and his island that he bought and all this old stuff. And she's sucking it up. She playing along with it.
Who the hell wants a man sending a picture of the new island you bought to his wife? Who the hell gonna be laid up in the bed and the dude, your wife's, look at this new island that Tyrese bought.
And he got caught cheating. You on fragile ground already. Come on, bro.
But see, this is my thing. You guys are all talking about the stuff that DJ Envy should have done, and I agree with
he's
all
the
of you.
sucker in the situation.
I agree with all of you, but I'm still finding fault on the guy doing that on the other side of it. To me,
I find fault on the woman. I find fault on the woman.
Wait, El Pooh, do you find fault with Tyrese? Any fault in Tyrese like Mr. Nice Guy?
Well, I'm gonna say like this. Maybe you shouldn't have, if you was trying to help them out and they got their situation resolved, there's no reason for you to talk to her anymore.
Facts.
His fault was that he was continue to talk to her.
Yes.
Yeah, that was it.
And and here's the other thing. She's playing both of them.
Why you say that?
Man, women are natural manipulators when it comes to men. Listen, your daughter manipulated you because she's a girl. You treat your daughter different than you do your son.
How she play both? I want to hear your how you come to that conclusion, brother.
Because if he was doing all this salacious or talking all salacious and all this old stuff, she kind of kept that in her pocket and then threw it up in Envy's face, like, look at what he doing. Look at what he doing. Why you ain't doing nothing about this? She could have. I'm not saying she did do that, but she could have done that. Or here's another thing. If he was talking like that, why you didn't stop him when he was doing it?
She kept it going.
Exactly. She
could have blocked him too. She could have blocked him too. Go ahead. Sorry, Walt.
She welcomed it. Like women do that. But I'm not blaming her. I'm not blaming her. I'm blaming DJ Envy. You're the man of the house. You're the breadwinner. You should have been like, okay, wait, y'all still talking? I'll call Tyrese up like, that's a wrap with that, bro. I love you. The relationship is together. I thank you. You solved the problem. But this is what Tyrese did. They was going through Rocky Road. DJ Envy called them. He said that song Stay, which is a beautiful song. I forgot about that song Stay. Come down. And Tyrese went to New York. He pretended like, yeah, I had business, but he specifically went out there for that. There was in a restaurant, exclusive restaurant, and he came in there and sang that song to her. You know she was screaming. But DJ Envy got the reciprocation for that. Problem solved. They're together. But that should have been the last of that communication. It should have been a text or a hello or, hey, how y'all doing? Happy anniversary once a year. There is no reason for any man to communicate with your wife or woman for more than 2 sentences. That's it. That's it.
And there's no reason for her to respond. That's the whole point. She kept it going. So that's where she gets the blame. But he gets the blame because, like I said, if you had a problem with this man, take it to that man. Don't bring it in front of the whole world. Take it to that man and say, I should box your mouth, whatever he said. That didn't even make no sense.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about it. If you had a problem with
that didn't even make no sense.
If you had a problem with it, you should have been dealing with it then. The fact that you just sat on it, that's the stuff that makes you look like a sucker.
What you should have done was, I ain't gonna say you should have boxed her mouth, but you should have checked your woman.
And you shouldn't have said that. That was a very disrespectful, reckless thing to say, especially, just again.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem with being nice. Because you could look at Tyrese, he's trying to be a more or less like the dangerous black guy. So he was there peaceful. He came in peace. Like Jay Walk say, he had a mind frame where he wanted to get the info out there. And then this dude sideswiped you. I wanted to box your mouth in. Oh, if he was a regular from Watts, I think Tyrese from Watts, right?
That's what he said.
Come on, dude. Get your ass whooped. We can handle out right here, right now. Talking about you gonna box my mouth in. Tyrese was traumatized by that. When he was doing this home video shit, he said it like 8 times. I want to box your mouth in. That shit was all on his brain. Somebody say some shit like that to you. Come on, man. What's that?
Rage.
How to get out your own way. Okay.
This is a book my ex-wife bought for me for my birthday in 2011. Or 12, I'm not sure, but I did read it. It's a great book. Tyrese is a solid dude. Don't drink, don't smoke, just a guy. And like he said in his response, I've been with the finest women. But what I do disagree with Tyrese when he said, if I had an opportunity, I wouldn't even look your wife away. Your wife you're going through a divorce with kind of look like DJ Envy's wife. I do gotta say that. They do kind of look the same. But I still blame DJ Envy. You the man of that house. You supposed to regulate. You supposed because look, check this out, Floyd X and El Poo. I know you guys ladies. If it's prolonged conversations, like you in a bed with your wife, Floyd X, and she on the phone with me, you would be like, wait, hello? It ain't happening. Any male figure. No, I'm regulating. That's what DJ Envy should have did. I'm gonna box your mouth one day.
I gotta pop my wife. My wife can't sit there and say me and him became real good friends. What man she talked to? Me and him became real good friends.
But I'll say this about Envy. He did say there's 2 things that he said. He said that the dude said, if you had a man like me, which to me is an example of a violation. And then he said he got that text from somebody else saying that, hey, he does this type of stuff. So, I mean, it wasn't just vague. But no, I'm not saying he should have, you're right. He should have stepped up.
Wait, I'm going to cut you off. I'm sorry. Even that is not proven. That's just like me saying, some guy told me this about you. He didn't say who the guy was. He ain't told Tyrese yet. He ain't said nothing. He said some guy just called him out. I think that's fictitious.
Yeah, that's BS. If you came back, you don't say that shit, man.
No. He's not trying to put that person out there.
Let's go a little further. This fool Envy called his wife on the show and then asked her, what did he say? She said, I don't want to be specific. I'm just general.
Sucker
what
stuff.
You mean?
They both been on some sucker stuff.
Exactly.
Come on.
Y'all ain't
making claim against somebody.
One thing I say about Tyrese, at least he did show his receipts.
Right.
They did.
Look. But he also was talking about during this time. I'm sure that I said a lot of things that were out of pocket just because he was going through all that, whatever. So if they're saying it, look, we weren't trying to put you on blast for that. We were just saying it. Look, the bottom line is something happened and we didn't like it, and that's why we had this reaction that we had. So to me, I'm not gonna shame them for not putting out those details. I mean, he knows that he knows that he sent stuff and said stuff that was like, out of pocket. I mean,
you said Tyrese knows?
Tyrese. Yeah, because remember Tyrese on the show they were talking about, weren't you the one that was sitting there, the video of whatever, the crying and all this other stuff, and he was like, man, I didn't even know I did that. I seen that after the fact and was like, yeah, man, boy, I was tripping. So my point is that.
He said so. He said. I thought you said he said something inappropriate to his wife.
No, he said if I did, you got to realize that I wasn't me, because that's his point. He's saying that, look, you got to understand when I was going through that period.
If I did,
he said if I did, and to me that I thought that was a very righteous place for him to go, because he's saying that, look, you should understand that wasn't me. This is me. I'm still the guy that you love and all this other stuff and helped you. And this is the person that you should be interacting with and not be holding me liability to me when I was going through those struggles and stuff like that. So, I mean, I felt like he was basically coming from a very righteous, place on that show.
I know
he should be letting it go.
We can settle this right now. Let's get a boxing match with Envy and Tyrese and see who's gonna box who mouth in.
So now it's probably a good time to go to the. What do you think?
Y'all know he went to Locke High School.
Yes, sir. Live right down the street from it, around the corner.
Okay.
I just remember him singing Coke commercials and hopping on the bus, but yeah,
Yeah, just for that reason, he wouldn't be talking to my wife.
So we go into the break, Brother Floyd X.
Let's go. First, I want to give a shout out to the Black Blueprints. That's where I got this shirt out. Pro-black like a motherfucker. Shout out to Mr. Barry Axius and his daughter. I forget his daughter's name, but they got Seriously Delicious. They be out there, pop-up shops everywhere, serving up that good Haitian food. And they got shirts too. So shout out to that brother.
Support black businesses.
That's right. So let's go into our first brother. I told the bread trucker to send me some information so I could make a new commercial. He ain't sent me nothing, so we're gonna say the same old commercial. Let's go. Yeah.
I'm from the city of Compton, where you want to get your plug. Light green and fluffy, sticky, smelly, and lovely. Got that powder too, you know what it do. Caribbean flavor, sit still in my plate. Bust do what they can.
Shout out to Toppy Woppy.
That's right. GoBeAlive.org. Go get you some of that black honey.
That beat, hey, you made that beat, Floyd X?
Yes.
That's dope.
That beat is tight. And I want to say this. So if anybody want to put in some beats, or if you're a producer and you want to get known, come on the show, baby. But don't think we just gonna put you on replace our two fabulous producers right here. I will box your mouth if you think that we're gonna replace these guys. Salute to El Poo and Floyd X. Yeah.
Yep.
Produced like over 300 songs each. Surely. Yeah. Every time I see that, I'm thinking like, yeah, bring your children. Want to babysit? Like, that shit look menacing.
I wasn't thinking that before, but now you poison my mind, so I see it every single time.
And make sure to catch Sex Talk with Walk every other Thursday.
Every first Thursday.
It's about to get worse than that. Sorry, fellas.
Log on to the FocusUpShow.com. Subscribe, buy you some merchandise. We got flip-flops, we got shirts, we got hats, we got glasses, all type of things.
Shot glasses.
Yep.
Get you some merch. So, all right. So the next topic is probably going to be, is it a time to cut your kids off? Now, what inspired this?
Is there
a time to cut your kids off? And what inspired this topic is the situation that our brother Boosie has got going on with one of his chillins. So
Boosie badass versus Tory badass.
This situation is totally disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, I was doing research for this. I was checking the young lady out, what she'd been doing, and listening to her talk. Could you just imagine listening to an 18-year-old spoiled brat, ghetto as hell talk? That's what it was. I barely get through that hour, but I got through it. She ain't talking about nothing. And then she had her mama in the passenger side. Like, yeah, I'm not going to cuss because my mama said I can't cuss, but I want to call you a bitch ass nigga. I'm sorry. Like, it's disgusting. And I understand why Boosie took that Benz back. Brand new Benz he bought her. He bought all his children a Benz for their 16th birthday, which is stupid. I think so. That's drawing too much attention to get him killed for that. But he bought her that and he took it back. And she is totally out of line. The mother out of line. This whole court is out of order. Yeah.
What you about to say, Floyd X?
I was going to interrupt. No, I missed my point. But the way his daughter is speaking to him, very disrespectful and problematic. And I mean, it lays to the fact as to why we as men got to be very mindful of who we have children with. Be very mindful. I know he was probably young, 16-year-old. As adults and parents, we got to be mindful of who our children, what our children out there doing, because you don't want your child to be up there having no baby with no ratchets, man, and having your daughter calling you a bitch ass nigga. Your daughter, he took her out the wheel. He took the Benz back. He said she cut off for life. And this is a reminder, or it brings back upon what we spoke about 50 Cent and his son. Same similar situation. You know what I'm saying? These children out here is crazy. Jay Walk made a good point. When you say you should cut them off, Walk?
As soon as you cut the umbilical cord, cut their asses off. Ungrateful little bastards.
Yeah.
Grateful.
No,
not my kids, though. Not my kids. My kids good. I'm talking about y'all not.
Yeah, when they violate to that extent, that whole bitch ass nigga thing, I mean, to me, that's a line that you just can't cross. And I'll be damned you get a penny from me after something like that. But I'm sorry, what was you about to say, Apu?
I think it's a Bible verse from one of those lost chapters in the Bible. I think it's called D-Town chapter 8. Mm-hmm. Honor thy mother and thy father because they brought you into this world and they'll take your black ass out.
Just like that.
Right.
Just like that.
Facts.
But I mean, that's the thing to do. You cut them off. They don't respect you and think they could talk to you any old kind of way. Cut them off. They're done with
and That's not his first daughter. She's like in the middle somewhere. She's like
his
21.
His third daughter.
Yeah, she's like 21 years old right now. He been going through this with her for years, but he did do a lot for her. And with all of his children, he don't have any type of child support court agreements. And that's what started it when the mother was trying to put him on before she had turned 18. So it's kind of a money grab. The daughter, she's totally out of pocket. But I totally understand where Boosie comes from. Cut that off. Oh, bye. Okay. You gonna need me before I need your little right there.
You know, most times when kids disrespect their fathers, it's because of the mother.
Yeah. Real talk.
Horn.
Where that? With that, it's a nice goddamn.
And if y'all and ladies out there, I know y'all probably disagree. And if y'all disagree, leave a comment, come on the show, talk to us, enlighten us for a minute. Yeah, enlighten us.
And on that point, I do want to shout out First Lady. First Lady was supposed to be back on the show today, but she's dealing with some situation that just came down. So, hopefully she'll be back with us next week and ready to go. So salute to our sister. We miss her presence and her female voice. So, shout out to First Lady. But this kind of touches on the next topic, though, because you're talking about you got to be careful who you pick. Because you're dealing with this when you have a child with somebody, you got to be careful with who's going to be influencing that kid. But this all came about because there was a meme I posted on Facebook about it was a picture of TLC, and the saying was something to the effect of a lot of you females were singing no scrubs a little bit too aggressively considering the baby daddies y'all ended up with, and that started a conversation because it's true. In the beginning, everything's all, just nothing, whatever. But, life has those repercussions. You pick somebody, and if you got those signs in the beginning, you should be paying attention. You should be listening to us old people when we're trying to give you that wisdom. Because, a bum now is probably going to be a bum later. And the fact of the matter is, go ahead. You about to say something, Brother Floyd.
Hey, I remember when that song came out. It was called No Scrubs. Women walking around, running around with shirts. I don't want no scrub. If you in the passenger seat of the car, you doing this. We don't want no scrubs. We want the best. We want the best. And here we are, 20 years later? All these dysfunctional women in relationship. I broke up with him. He was no good. If you watch Kendra G, I had a man. I got 3 baby daddies. I got 8 children, 5 baby daddies. They picked all these wrong men. So that song didn't help. The woman y'all didn't bring y'all standard up. Y'all didn't raise the standard and find y'all some good men, because 20 years later, look what we got. A bunch of women with a bunch of children. Y'all picked the wrong one. Y'all was going after the dope boys.
They sure picked the wrong one with me because I wasn't on the passenger side. I was on the MTA.
Man. Y'all sisters. Go ahead, Walt.
I mean, it kind of goes back to what I said a few weeks ago. Women are just bad at picking men. You got all these men in your families. You got these brothers, your dad, your uncle. You got to get these guys to vet guys. Because I'm telling you, I'm gonna say I don't think my little sister watching the show. With her, dude, what's up, son? With her, dude, this dude, my dad used to call him the Fly. And I'm telling you, I was like, hey, he's a sucker. He's weak. He's a bitch, nigga. I did not like the dude, but I never pressed him. And you're hearing this from all these men in your family. And what turned out to happen? He was a sucker-ass nigga. This is like 10 years ago. So, yeah. So, ladies, we get somebody to vet these people in your family. Because I get the women to vet the chicks I deal with. If they stick around long enough, if they don't cut me first. But we got a comment from
that was First Lady. Yeah, she said, "Thanks, fellas. Definitely had a lot to say about the no scrubs topic. Maybe I can voice my opinion later." That's right. We definitely wanted to hear that take on it. But I mean, we talk about the bad picking. I mean, women have a reputation of seeking out the bad boys So and that I don't want to bring up the Nas thing again, but it's the bad picking. But
man, Nas gonna box your mouth. You keep talking, bro.
Hey, it's a fact that he's hey, I heard like that this album, this record that he got with Weezy or whatever the song, Weezy kind of handled him on that, but we get back to the subject. Yeah. But no, I salute Nas. I love the fact that that's a brother who was a pillar of my generation that's still putting in that work at a high level. And even though that last album that he dropped before this, I only liked one song. That one song I loved. So shout out to the brother Nas.
We kind of
we talking about Nas. We talking about
somewhere else. We on a whole nother subject. I'm ready to defend Nas. I'm like, wait a minute, this is not the subject.
Yeah, no, because we talking about bad.
I'm gonna defend Nas. I'm gonna defend Nas. Magic 3. It's a nice album. I love Nas music. All his new albums came out. What's the King Disease 1, 2, 3, Magic 1, 2, 3. I love all those albums. He could come out every month with an album. I'm listening. I'm checking.
Wait, let me say one thing about Nas. He do be having some bad beats, and yeah, you did pick him, Nas.
I hate no Nas, man. Come on.
But one more thing. Let's talk about the.
Oh God.
Here's the thing. A woman, when you get pregnant, you make the choice to have that child. You can have an abortion, so you don't have a baby by this old bum ass dude that you with. So that is your choice. Yes. I mean, hey.
Look, in the red pill sphere, they say the man, what does that? A man controls relationship, the women controls who gets sex and who gets born.
Mm-hmm. Right. And see that's exactly what's going on. Now, in fellas, we are accountable too. I gotta say this because I'm gonna quote Big Cuz. He said this before. Don't nobody get more pussy than a sorry motherfucker. And we said that to us one night. He blew our socks off because it was right. Y'all all know sorry cats who ain't worth a damn that's getting the most punani. Straight up. And y'all women are having babies with these guys. So who's the fool? Him or you?
Yeah.
Whoa.
This is a great comment right here.
Horn. Wait, ain't that a horn?
I know it's coming. The men are like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. It might look good on the outside, but on the inside, make me all bad.
I disagree with that statement. I know you're not here to challenge or defend yourself, First Lady, but if you want to, we can go back and forth in the chat. But listen, when you say that sounds, that's inspirational. But listen, you women, when you pick a man, don't have a child with him until after he marries you. That's the bottom line. Don't have a child with him until after he marries you. If you ain't worth him marrying him, he ain't worth having his child. Straight up. You can sit there, play sex all night and play husband and wife all day, all week, all day. But don't have no damn baby with no dude that ain't gonna marry you.
I agree with First Lady because she might be onto something. I'm gonna quote Cool G Rap real quick. I'm a good guy until I bust a nut and get up and wipe on your curtain.
Hey, you know what, El Poo? That's for the Cool G reference. But
so nice guy up here giving out horns like it's a candy now.
Hey, I agree with that. But I think it's kind of hypocritical because guys are doing the same thing. Guys are picking these bad females that they're hooking up with and having babies with. I mean, we were just talking about the boozy.
You're talking too fast, nice guy. Guys ain't picking up having babies. These women, they control who gets born. They control. Hey,
Jesus controls who gets born. No.
They control. Okay, we can have sex, but I'm not gonna have your child until you marry me. If women set that standard, it'll be a whole different picture we looking at today. But because they open their legs, let them shoot up the club, as they say, and have these babies, and then the dude be, I'm out. I'm good.
Okay.
I found another one around the corner. I'm good. And you sitting there looking like a doofus with a whole baby that you and your mama gonna have to take care of because your mama was a knocked up too and your daddy ain't there. Come on, man. This shit is looking ridiculous. You picked him. That's what you picked him. And you can't complain because you picked him. You had his baby. It's ridiculous out here,
So
man.
can you marry a bum?
Yeah, you can marry a bum. But
Yeah,
at
so
least
I'm
that
saying-
bum with the extra mile, because it's going the extra mile to marry some woman. Okay, now you wrapped up in a deeper situation. It ain't something that you could just get up and walk away from.
Yeah, that's real.
You in
And
a
another
deeper
thing is,
situation.
men and women have to be a little bit more smarter because I'm pretty sure I got a few females pregnant out there, probably got some kids, but their last name is Johnston or something like that because they wasn't smart enough to check my ID and they didn't get the right name.
Oh, that's cold.
That's cold. See, I didn't give him a horn for that.
I'm giving myself a horn for that.
But it lays into they not, and I'm not blaming women only. The women, this is your end. That's what I want to say. This is your end, women. Stop having babies with these nothing ass brothers. Don't have a baby with no nothing ass brother. And you, like I say, it looks good on the outside. You know what will make you be more certain? If he marries you. And I know it's a lot of people that's against marriage right now and they're anti, but listen, please, women, don't have babies with men who ain't willing to marry you. That's the bottom line. This was help straighten a whole lot out, a whole lot. And you wait till I know marriages are bad, marriages are difficult, back and forth, and you locked into something, but you gotta lock it in to be some more security. Come on, man.
And stop sleeping with a whole lot of men too, because Maury made a whole career out of these women going up there, bringing up.
I disagree with that. They should have sex. Because I'm out here, I'm single. But fuck what he just said. Listen, it's women take marriage as a bigger dedication than having a child, which is a bigger dedication.
Horn, I'm running around.
Yeah, straight up. I'm gonna leave it there. I have some more to say.
Let's get to the first lady. She made another statement. Just because you marry a woman doesn't mean you are a good man. Married men are not perfect either. But
such as DJ Envy.
Who?
DJ Envy.
Okay. But I'm laying it out that if he go that extra length, he's locked in. If he really wants you and he really plan on being there, guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna marry your ass if he really want to be there. But if he know that, man, I'm jumping on the next best thing, guess what he's not gonna do? He's not gonna marry your ass. Because you are what they say, what's that, how the terms go? You're not Mr. Right, but Mr. Right now. Women, some of y'all are not Mrs. Right. Y'all are just Mrs. Right now.
But Mr. Floyd X, if marriage was the answer, then it wouldn't be such a high divorce rate.
See, and again, before you get to marriage, I think the topic is picking them. That's why, to me, I feel.
So we talking about the women's end. That's what I'm saying. We talking about the women's end.
Let's ask.
I'm talking about picking them, picking the person. I'm talking about vetting the person.
Picking who?
I mean, we're talking about the women's end, but we're talking about the vetting. But still, we're not. Before you get to marriage, we're talking about the type of relationship, the type of person that you choose to get involved with it before it even gets to the marital stage. I mean, that's when we're talking about picking. So that's why I say that this is an issue before whether this person is going to commit to you. First, you need to evaluate whether this is a person even you'd want to commit to.
I'd like to defer to Mr. Walk once again because he has more experience at marriage than anybody else on the panel.
I don't want to lose a point. Mr. Nice Guy just said something. Could you repeat what the last point you just said?
What I was saying is that if the key issue on this topic, as I understand, is we're talking about selection, we're talking about picking, we're talking about vetting. So I'm saying that this is something that needs to precede. You need to do that evaluation before.
Whose part?
Well, we're talking about the females right now. Right now, we're talking about female. Females have kind of relationship power. Women can get men easier than men can get women. Probably. I mean, that'd be my speculation if I had to guess. I'm just saying that, you know, so that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel that when Floyd puts this burden saying, look, you have the control, you have the ability to give birth. If you're the person that controls and makes this decision, this is how it's going to be. So I agree with you on that point. But my point is that before you get to the whole marriage stuff, I'm saying you need to concentrate on picking and evaluating before you even get to the whole marriage thing. So that's why, to me, the picking thing is the first thing, and it's a separate thing than the marriage thing. But I agree. If this person ain't looking, if this person doesn't have a long-term goal for you, they're probably not worth your interest.
And see, the problem is that the women don't have a standard, and the standard should not be set by the women. It should be set by their parents, imposing or not imposing, but putting the standard out there, a bar. If you just put it out there, you ain't got to say this is what you have to do. You got to say, you talk to your children. Let them know, man, this is what you need to do. You put a standard out there, because these women out here just, oh, he fine. So they sleep with him with no condom and none of that, and they got a baby. But the first lady got something else to say. You got to come on the show, first lady. Come on.
She said more. She make more comments than she do on the show.
Yeah. All right. If a man really wants to be a father to his child, he's going to do so. Okay. See, now you're moving on to something different, first lady. You're moving on to something different. That's something completely different. We're talking about women picking men. Oh, this is another first lady. If you like a roughneck, then you are going to be a magnet to that type of man. Those are immature women who don't understand true value.
That's what you said about the value from their parents. A lot of times, parents don't really have no values, and a lot of times they come from single parent homes or foster homes, so they can't really get those type of values from their parents.
I understand that. I understand that. But if you are a parent and you feel you responsible, you give your children a standard. You give them a standard and let them know from the jump what's acceptable. My children, they know what's acceptable from me and my wife, that they do. And when they go against it, we let it be known, and we just say, we don't cut them off completely. We like, hey, you're not doing it right. You're going about it the wrong way. And we just make sure we let you know.
And you two are a great example of you know, you're a great template. So it's kind of a different situation. A lot of households aren't as strong as yours. You know, I've always said that, look, if a parent doesn't have the understanding to really teach a lesson that needs to be taught, you're going to have to get that lesson somewhere else. But the most important thing is that you acquire that lesson. So, you know,
that's why.
Go ahead, Walt. Wait, here's the thing. It's like right now, my daughter is 13 years old. And I told her this. I started this a year ago. I said, I'm going to pick your husband. Straight up. I told her mom that. And I'm saying it now over and over. They getting a little bit more receptive to it, because I'm going to pick him. Because I think I could make a good choice for my daughter. And I advise everybody out there to do the same. Yeah, because that's how it was done back in the day. Because back in the day, I'd be like, remember that kid up the street, Roger? Oh, you should marry him. Roger be on his thing, doing his thing, had a little paper route, selling lemonade, a hardworking young man. Now it's like chicks just going by who's the best looking. Oh, he cute. Oh, he got a nice car. Yeah,
and 3 years into the marriage, you find out Roger had 3 other kids.
Hey, Walk, I got a question. Would you recommend you based on that same criteria you would?
Yes. If my daughter met a guy like me, definitely I would tell her you should marry him. Because look, I'm out here looking for marriage. I met a chick like a few weeks ago. We even planning to have a baby. But here's the little tidbit. She don't know I had a vasectomy.
I want to kind of dive in and ask Mr. Nice Guy, why did you ask Jay Walks that question, to get a better understanding? But I don't know if it's necessary or not. You let me know, Mr. Nice Guy. Is that necessary?
Yeah.
No. The reason why I'm saying that is that, you know, don't hide. Because I mean, the way you're presenting yourself, you know, I was wondering if you would think that, you know, you would recommend, because you're saying you could pick a guy, right? I'm saying you could pick a guy that'd be the perfect whatever, but you know, you not to be knocking you for your marital situations, but I mean, I'm definitely not going to be following you. I don't know nothing about nothing, so what I want to say,
leave it right there.
But look, this is what I suspect. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I think what you're saying is what is the standard that you want for your daughter? Can you describe or define the standard? If you're looking for a man for your daughter, Mr. Walk, what standard or metric are you using?
Provider, protector, loyal, honest. I'm honest. See, this is, don't go by what I say on the show. I'm just cutting up. There are a lot of characteristics in a man that if you can see in a man, see in a young man. Like your son, Josiah says, come on now. That's good. Dude, for that's Floyd X. That's you know what I'm saying? That's my little nephew right there. It's a lot of kids. You can see that glow, you see that energy. Even with the young ladies. You know, they have the potential for that, and you see it as a youth. We grew up in neighborhoods where we see kids, you be like, he ain't worth a damn. Some kids was bad, and some kids was like they was bad, but they was still on a thing. So that's why I'm vetting. I'm going to seriously start vetting when she turns about 16.
Let me ask you this: we speaking in broad, on a broad term. We ain't talking about nobody directly. For your daughter, is an ex-felon a potential?
I mean, yeah. If he's a good person, if he's showing the qualities that he can provide, but that's not who I'm going to be looking at. Because if he's an ex-felon, I mean, he's like in his 20s.
So if
he's already
if he served 8 to 10 years in jail, and when you met him, he was a good dude, he was cool, but no, I take it back because if for your daughter, he got to be young. He ain't gonna serve no 8 years. But if he was, let's say he did 5 years, a young dude, and let's say she's up in her 28 years old and not married yet, and you want to try to find her a husband, somebody who did 8 years in jail, he's a potential candidate.
Well, if we going hypothetical, okay, what is he doing? Let's say he's a construction worker. Well, let's say he's a handyman. Let's say
it depends on what he's doing now in life.
Definitely, even though we're not supposed to use that word, it depends on the show. But you saying it depends by going with the hypothetical conversation.
We only having this conversation because it might be people that's watching the show that's looking for like standards or what guidelines. Is ex-felon a disqualifying factor? We know we got a lot of good brothers out there who serve time in jail, and they trying to get their life right, and some of them do get on the right track, never go back to jail again, but they got that looming record over their head. They served 8 years in prison.
Hey, Malcolm X was a brother who he lived a completely different lifestyle before he flipped it and changed, became the black hero that a lot of us respect. So, you know, it's a function of where you're at right now. So I feel him on that. To me, that's not necessarily a thing that kills a possibility. That's not an ideal thing that you look for. But the bottom line is you evaluate the whole package. I mean, when he brought out those traits, I thought those were great traits to hook up, you know, to put on there. So, yeah.
Let me get the first lady comments real quick. There are plenty of parents who instill good morals and values in their children. However, everyone has a mind of their own, and children tend to learn the hard way. Most kids think they know best. I agree with that 100%.
Let me add to that. What if she doesn't like the dude that you pick?
Ooh.
So fucking what? It's not her choice to make. She has nothing to do with this. My daughter has nothing to do with this conversation. Wait, watch this though. Because that's how they do it in India, Africa. It'd be like, you marrying fucking Habib over here. I hope that didn't sound racist. But you marrying this cat. And they'd be like, damn, I gotta marry this dude. That's what it is. We got to get back to that standard, keep some marriage, and stop having these babies before marriage.
Let me ask you this, Walt.
What up?
This to all of y'all. Is a high school dropout a qualified candidate?
Come on, man. You get into the minutia.
So, I mean, again, I said this is for the people that's watching. It's somebody out there that's looking for what's a standard or a guideline. Because, like, and I'm gonna say this real quick. I know I try to say this often as possible. When the comedian T.K. Kirkland said that a man shouldn't even think about getting married unless he's got $10,000 saved in the bank. To me, that's big because I was like, damn, if that was a factor. I didn't do it because I didn't think of it. But if that was a standard, I'd be like, I got to save $10,000. I would be in a better position in life, myself and my family.
And
if I would have went by that standard.
$10,000
Hey.
it's going to pay for the wedding.
No.
Love and respect.
I'm not paying $10,000 for no wedding, bro.
Hey, love and respect, fellas. I gotta go. My lift is here. Had to do the show. I'm going to my son's soccer game. That's how good of a dad I am. See, I am, and I don't even want to go.
All right, have fun, bro.
Scrub.
Later.
And I felt like, you know, and
Fuck you, Elpo.
And I felt like it kept coming back to the question that you were asking them, is that it's not a function of what happened in the past. It's a function of where they're at right now and where they're going. So, you know, that's real the criteria. The criteria is if your life goals line up with their life goals and they seem like, you know, a legit, genuine person. And that's one of the good things about vetting people, because we all have friends, and there's a lot of our friends where we love that person. That's our folks.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't wish them on anybody that we really cared about, just because we know the totality of their person. So that's why it's good to get that insight.
And I just want to reiterate, you picked them. The women, listen, y'all, it's a very important process that y'all going through. When you decide who you have a child with, that's very important. You got to deal with that at least the minimum 18 years. But really, we know it goes on longer than that. Because all the years of coming to the family get-togethers and things to that situation, the child gonna have to decide: am I gonna go spend Christmas with my mother family or with my father and his new family?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It goes longer than that because you might have grandchildren too.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lifetime. Pretty much, it's a lifetime. So it's very critical, women. And I'm talking to the women, sisters. Come on. You got to be very selective who you have a child with. And I'm going to have some children. I'm going to get on welfare, and I'm going to take care of my child. I'm going to get me a job and take care of my baby. And you do that.
That's an income generating thing. So yeah, that is a strategy. That's some people that look, that's how I can get out of my house that I'm living with this person that's regulating my rules, and now I can do whatever. So yeah, that's, you know,
got to get
that's
past
tough.
that.
That's a bad formula. That's a bad formula for us.
And let me know if y'all disagree with me, brothers. Is it in the women's hand that who they pick to have a child with?
Yes, because you're talking about the whole abortion situation, whether you have a child or not. It is a woman's complete controllable right.
Women have choice.
Man,
as long as they have a choice, yes.
Yeah, because we can't tell you women, hey, go get an abortion. And
some people think you can. Some people think you can. In those states,
say it all day, but we can't make you go get an abortion.
But you can't kick them in the belly if you feel like. I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't suggesting anything like that. I ain't suggesting that. I mean, you could be a little more subtle, like Corey Holcomb, take him to Magic Mountain or something. When
all I'm saying, sisters, be careful. We in overtime right now.
Well, yeah, be careful. Be careful who you, first of all, be careful who you pursue that relationship with. And then if you're going to take it to that next step, you got to be extra careful. So just do